What's up, guys? This is Ofo, and today I have a battle against SuperVidguru. At least that's his YouTube name. He goes by a different name both in-game and in the Wi-Fi Battle Finder, which I did originally find him at. But I'm just going to call him that because that's his YouTube. His link will be in the description. But this is the same guy that I battled during that amazing battle I mentioned in my last video. The best battle that I think I ever had, which DC'd, so I couldn't save it. But that battle, this is my opponent for that battle, and we decided to rematch today, and we ended up rematching, and it turned out to be a very, very good game. So the tier for this is kind of weird. He brought a mixed team, and I didn't really have a mixed team that really adequately, well, like, had the same layout as his, the same amount of tiers. So I did just decide to use a UU team, because I figured that he had some OUs, he had some lower tier Pokemon, then of course he had some UUs, so I could just bring a UU team and it would be more or less even. So yeah, that's what we did, and without further ado, let's get into the battle. So this match, I do just lead with my Ambipom, because I figured that even if he does lead with his Probopass, which is the only guy that can really wall me and wouldn't appreciate a fake out, I can just taunt him so he can't, I can just taunt him so he can't step rocks. And this team does not like rocks, which is why I both have a taunter and a rapid spinner. Because, of course, I have a 4 times weak Pokemon in the form of Moltres, and also, Weavile does not appreciate at all. Stealth Rock entry at all. So I do go into my Moltres predicting any physical hits, because I am a max special attack, max defense set. He goes to Fire Punch, and I would guess he was predicting my Steelix, which is a pretty good move, but I do go into my Moltres, fearing that. So I go for Air Slash, and as he brings in his Probopass, and that does nothing, as you can see. He does switch out here, I guess predicting. Oh yeah, he switches out here back into his Flygon, wanting a free switch in, as I go for Fire Blast. And even though this is resisted because he is Dragon, he doesn't take it well at all, which obviously means he's not very defensive, which was evident based on the fake outs damage. So I do just go on my Steelix, figuring that he's not going to go for Earthquake or Fire Punch against my Moltres, especially at such low HP, so I can take the incoming Dragon move. So I do very well, and here, this following play is actually the most crucial misplay on my part in the match. I decided to just take him out with a Gyro Ball instead of setting up Stealth Rocks. Now, he did get a 2-turn confusion, so he would have been able to switch out, but honestly, I don't think it really mattered. At the time, I thought getting rid of a potential Scarfer was more important than getting up Rocks, but I should have known better because Rocks, as I'm sure you guys have all heard, is the most important move in the game, and for good reason. But you'll see that come into play later. But he now goes into his Gallade, and I'm obviously fearing the fighting move, so I go out into my Moltres, predicting that. He does go for a Swords Dance here, which is fine with me, I don't really care. But I do just stay in, hoping he doesn't have Rock Slide or Stone Edge, and so I just go for, I outspeed him and go for a Air Slash, and because I did outspeed, that means he doesn't have any speed investment, because I don't have any speed investment myself. So, unfortunately, I do flinch him, so I don't, if he did have a Rock-type move, I'd probably be dead. I say probably because I do have the Berry, which reduced the super effective move of a Rock-type attack, but it is 4 times effective, and he was at +2 attack, so I highly doubt it would have mattered. So here he brings in his Wobbuffet, and this Wobbuffet proves to be a real pain in my ass. I go for Roost here, predicting a Mirror Coat, but unfortunately he plays this well. He goes for an Encore instead, which means that, well, I'm locking the Roost. But unfortunately he can't hurt me because Wobbuffets never have attacking moves, so I just go for another Roost, because I couldn't switch out, so nothing else I could do. But he goes into his Roserade, and I know he's going to want to Sleep Powder something, so I decide that this Steelix is the most useless Pokemon on my team, but that's really, really, honestly, I think this was a bad move, because this prevents any chance of me setting up my Rocks. And I know the rest of my team was also kind of important, but I definitely should have just, sleep foddered a different Pokemon. So, I do switch out here, because I have no reason to stay in a Roserade, and go into my Moltres, because I can completely wall Roserade as he goes into his Hydreigon. Now, this Hydreigon is another massive threat, which is OU, and a very powerful OU Pokemon. So, I do go into Yertle, hoping he's going to go for Surf, just to take out my Moltres, because it is super effective, and unfortunately I don't take that well at all. Now, based on that damage, I cannot tell if he's Specs, because I'm just honestly not too familiar with that kind of thing, But, because at this point, I was under the assumption that he was scuffed, and that's also going to play a role on how I deal with this thing, because now I sack my Blastoise, which is not a good idea. I should have just gone into Steelix, but whatever. And now I go into my Weavile, and right here, I was thinking that he was scuffed, so I do just go for an Ice Punch. That's weird, I don't remember this part. I guess I decided that he was at oh yeah, he was at -4, so I could take a Draco Meteor as it was. So I do go for Ice Punch. He's switching into his Probopass. And this next turn, this is a misclick. I meant to go for Low Kick, which is 4 times effective, and he's pretty heavy. But because of that misplay, he is going to be able to set up his rocks. Now, I don't think that really matters. Of course, my Moltres isn't going to appreciate the damage, neither is my Weavile. But it might have mattered. It might have mattered. I don't know. But I don't think it's the biggest deal. So I do go for Low Kick this turn, as I should have done the previous turn and take out his Probopass. So at least that thing's dead. So at this point, I am really in the lead. I think it's like a 6-3 right now. So at this point, I think I had a pretty good chance of winning. So I do go out. I do switch out, seeing his Hydreigon switch in. And this is what made me think he was scuffed, because he's bringing in a Hydreigon on a Weavile. And you wouldn't normally do that unless he was scuffed. So I am predicting the Dragon Attack going to my Steelix. And he does predict that. Not a big deal, because I am asleep as it is. I was hoping I could just have, taken Draco Meteor and then maybe stay in long enough to, wake up. I don't know. But, unfortunately, he does go for Flamethrower, probably a better move, and, well, there goes my, only, Dragon Resist on the team. So, I do go into my Gallade, knowing that I have Ice Punch. He does go into his Wobbuffet, predicting that, and I do just go for Shadow Sneak, fearing I didn't want to go for Bulk Up in case he went for Encore, so I did just decide to go for Shadow Sneak, and that proves that that was a good move, because it does go for Encore. So, whatever. So this next turn, I just, obviously I'm locked into Shadow Sneak, so I'm going to just keep on going for that, hoping for a crit. And I know this Wobbuffet used to be Uber, is that correct, in 4th gen? What tier is this guy? If any of you guys can leave me a comment, just tell me what tier Wobbuffet's is, because, honestly, this thing is really good. I mean, it's already taken out, one of my Pokemon, and it will take out more. So now I go into my Weavile. Now this is another crucial misplay. Instead of going for a Night Slash just to take him out, I was expecting him to switch out into his Hydreigon, expecting the Dug-type move. So I go for Pursuit. I was thinking about going for Ice Punch, but I figured I was just going to go for Pursuit because he might switch and kill him anyway. And, it might kill even if he stays in. Unfortunately, it doesn't. He does just stay in. Takes him out with a counter. So now I'm down to 2 Pokemon. This is not good. I think he's down to 3. He has his Roserade, he has his Wobbuffet, and he has his Hydreigon. And all I have left is this Moltres and my Ambipom. So I do just take him out with an Air Slash. I'm not going to go for Roost or anything, of course. And he goes into his Hydreigon. I just leave this Moltres in to die. And at this point, I still think this Hydreigon's scuffed, and if I didn't think that, I could have brought in my Weavile earlier and just taken it out, or I could have brought in this Ambipom earlier and, done massive damage. But I do go for Fake Out here, and just based off that damage, I was thinking that a double hit would kill. So I guess he does decide to switch here, because he is locked into Dragon Pulse, and I guess he wanted to ensure 1-hit KO, which it would have been, I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty frail. But seeing that double hit 1-hit KO Roserade, which tend to be bulky, at least have HP investment, I was sure that if I did outspeed, that a double hit would have killed. And I actually do outspeed. And this entire game I thought this guy was scuffed, and at this point I thought I was going to win. But then seeing that damage of that first double hit, I knew it wasn't going to kill. So I can only hope the Draco Meteor will miss. It doesn't, and he kills my Ambipom. And so he did prove to be Specs, and I'm guessing his Flygon was scuffed. That's what I think, but I'm not sure. But, yep, that's going to be the game. It's going to be a very close 1-0. His Hydreigon is left just a smidgen. If I had gotten... I did not calc that. Maybe I should have, but, I think that if I had gotten better variation, like the better min-max, I could have killed him, or obviously a crit would have helped. But unfortunately, if I had those Stealth Rocks up, that Hydreigon came in 3 or 4 times, and he would have been dead right there. So that's why I say Stealth Rocks was so crucial, and if I had set those up when I had the chance, I would have won. But regardless, that was a very great match. I'll put his YouTube channel in the description, and I'll see you guys later.